So I think we're good. I think we've got Manasteel, except for that we need iron, which is going to come from the orchid or an iron farm if we don't have enough with the orchid. We now have mana powder, which is coming from the sugarcane farm and being turned into sugar to then will be turned into mana powder at some point. We have stone from the stone generator. We have coal that's going to be coming from the orchid. There's no other way to get coal, and we have wither skeletons, but I don't think it works anymore that if you take a skeleton spawner and put it in the nether. I don't think that works anymore. Suppose I'd have to test that. If that were the case, I would be able to run a wither skeleton farm and get coal that way. Yeah. I mean, I suppose I could make a wither skeleton farm in the nether and use Botania to, you know, harvest the drops and things, you know, make them fight each other. That will then kill each other, and then I can get coal from that. Does coal come from, or has it been turned off? That's something to wonder. Comes from those. Okay. I didn't know if it had been turned off because that's funny, you can see their legs. Because we're getting wither fragments from another mod, so I wasn't sure if it was changing the drops from them, because we're getting these. But yeah. Okay, so there is a way to get coal. If I can't get enough from here, we'd have to address that with a wither skeleton farm, an AFK wither skeleton farm. Which isn't perfect, it isn't ideal. This would be more ideal. We can't fortune it, there's no way to fortune ores with Botania in an automated sense, so we just would need to be able to run it a lot, get a whole bunch of stuff. Doing pretty good with mana stockpiling. The Spectralis flower is a great mana producer. I've run... I wonder if there's a way to see that. Is that in advancements too? Statistics. Maybe. Blocks, items. Is it considered a block, maybe? Are the flowers, generating flowers, considered blocks? That's what I'm wondering. The regular flowers are considered blocks. Pretty sure it's not considered an item. General. No. I was kind of hoping it would tell me how many I have placed. I think I've made 5. I think. Maybe 6. I have 8 pools of mana already. I know I've not made 8 Spectralis. I know I've not. So it's making a lot of mana. I definitely want to get this one going. But it requires winter runes, so we've got some time to get to that one yet. This is the next one we're actually going to be automating, like we have these 2 automated, but it needs earth and fire for runes. So we've got to we're working on earth runes right now, making sure we have the supplies on to be able to do them. And then we'll have to do the process of actually crafting the rune. I sabotage. So we've got to do that. So many processes to do, but I hope you're still having fun watching me, you know, with the pack, explore all that Botania can offer. There's a lot more to do. As you can see, all of these, we haven't even started half of them. So yeah, we've got a way to go. Let's put that in there. That in there. Oh, we need to place that on you. So now we know that there's sugar in the network. Are you still ticking? Yep, but you're out of sugar cane. That's fine. It won't take too long for us to... Hello! Okay. Well, yeah, it won't take us too long to get sugarcane built up. You like my armor? I love Terra Steel armor. It's so cool. Yeah. I should probably grab the key. I don't think that's in my ender chest, is it? No. We need to configure to make sure that that's always sugarcane and that Hopper Hawk doesn't pick up something random. A mob drop or something. Key. It's not a Terraria mod, but it does. But the mod maker has put a few Easter egg sort of things in there that would be mod related, that would be Terraria related. Give me. All right, let's see if I can do this. Woo! Did it! Because it's already been picked up by the other system that is crafting it into sugar. So yeah. Let me look up real quick here. Let's see. Agricarnation. On Feed the Beast Gamepedia. It causes growth ticks. It's not bone meal, it is growth ticks. So we will be able to make these and have them work for the sugarcane. Yay. Okay, so I know I've made a lot of these before, but every single time I make them, I have to look up the recipe over and over again. Let's make one. I know I need a spring rune, and I don't think I have. I might have one spring rune. I have one spring rune. Yay. Alright, so we need spring, and we need green, yellow, lime, and a redstone root. Good, good. Do I have redstone root? No, we need to make redstone root. It only gave me one lime. Okay, let's try again. There we go. Redstone root. Okay, yellow, lime, and green, and we need a seed. Guess we'll use one of these. Okay. And then we're gonna make it floaty, floaty. Okay. Oh, where's the dirt? Let's grab some dirt. I really need to learn that when I stand here, I can just request items. I keep forgetting. Alright. One agricarnation. Works in a 5x5 area, so we will need more than one, but I need to make spring runes for them. So if we put it, I'm thinking about putting it right here. Put it right here. That should cover all of those. Two, three, let's put it there. Oh, shoot. Well, that's a bummer. Did not mean to do that. I need to get more sugarcane in order to fix that. The block back there is going to be sugar. Sugar. 5, 7, 8. Oh, I need one more. One of you guys. I need 2 more actually. Grow! To make a sugar block. You there? Yep, that gives you max coverage of that. Hang on. That's a further distance. I need to move you over. You could cover the whole side. Haha. Okay, well then we don't need to worry about that sugar block because we'll be blocking it off. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to be kind of off. Let's put it here. Give me. Alright. There we go. So this side should be growing faster now. It's sparkling, which tells me it's connected to that pool. Make sure. Yeah, it says it's connected. Alright, so we need to make one more for this side. And that will definitely increase the speed, and we could always stack them and put a bunch of them under there if we need to speed this farm up even more. That's doable. I don't know how far down here before it can't reach this mana pool. We have to keep that in mind. That might be as far as it can go so that it can actually reach the mana that it needs. But I kind of wanted to see you grow a little faster. Agrocarnation does not work like bone meal. You can't bone meal sugarcane. I just looked it up online, Folkendov. It says, when an agrocarnation is supplied with mana, it will cause growth ticks in an area of 5 blocks around it. And growth ticks is what you need for sugarcane. You need growth ticks because sugarcane doesn't respond to bone meal. So that's why I was like, I wasn't sure if I would be able to do agrocarnations here. So that's what we were just checking. But yeah. We'll see if it speeds up growth enough. Yeah, that one just grew. The thing is, I'm not seeing sparkles on these. I would think I would see sparkles. So I'm wondering if it changed it, if it's been changed since the wiki information for it to be bone meal instead. Because you would see sparkle effects, I would think. Definitely should work with the mushrooms. I need to... That is something I should definitely consider, actually. I'm not seeing the sparkles here, so I'm wondering if it's been changed. Or if it's not accurate. And for another reason. Because you would see the sparkles around the sugarcane if sugarcane was responding to the agrocarnation. I'm actually going to say that's probably the case, that it's not working with sugarcane. Of course. There we go. Down here with the mushrooms would be helpful if I place it there, where above it is the red string container. Do you think it works with sugarcane? Will it speed up the growth of mushrooms is a good question. Even though we don't see sparkles. Well, I'll go put it over there and we'll see. We'll take it as a potential. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, dang it. Lost another sugar block. And all I did was tap it. Alright, so let's break off this secondary row. And now everything is exactly the same on both sides. And we should see a noticeable increase in the growth on the right. So let's give it a second. So far, that's not really a noticeable growth increase. That looks like it's not having an effect. What was your yep for, Folkendov? Did you test it or not test it? Because if it was growth ticks, then the right-hand side would already have more than one. This looks like normal sugarcane growth. Yeah. Oh well. We're gonna leave it there because I don't think it will work on mushrooms the way that... I don't think it'll force spread of the mushrooms. I think that it will, I don't even know if it would work to make them grow into tall ones. I mean, because you're bone mealing them to turn them into tall ones. And if I'm going to be doing that, I might as well just do it manually because I'm going to be there to chop them down. So yeah, it does look like this is very much a bone meal effect, because otherwise the right-hand side would likely all be at least 2-tier, maybe even harvested once by now. So this is definitely not being impacted. Alright. Test over. Let's try to get you. And we'll put you back. So we're going to consider it's not growth ticks like we thought. And I don't need to put the sugar blocks back because apparently I won't need that. Oh, you can see it being requested by the network. That's what that little squiggly is. so it's been turned into sugar now. But we can put it... Do we have them in here? I don't have any in here. Sure, we can put one in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put it there. Sure. That should work. And if I notice that this is fully grown a lot sooner, which it should be a slightly sooner, I'll change the timer up here to be a little bit higher. Yep, we're doing good here. I have only the 2 agri-carnations. I don't have 2 more up there yet. And like I said, that 3rd row isn't put together all the way yet. I would need this to go up higher, and I need to put all the Corporea sparks and item frames and redstone up there. Just not been done. So we're doing pretty good. For potatoes, the reason we have such a large potato farm is to make those special potatoes. I need to start doing that soon. I have 158 stacks of potatoes. We can convert these to regular potatoes as well. And again, if you don't know, the reason we need so many potatoes is we need to make a Galactic Potato to essentially celebrate the end of the game, which is that many tiny potatoes. And a tiny potato is just throwing a potato into a mana pool. So we also need a ton of mana. Thankfully, we're working on that. But, yeah, lots of potatoes. We will eventually get the tiny potato crafting automated. Just don't have that right now. We're just growing potatoes to grow potatoes at the moment, so we can run through that. Let's put the key in here, and we'll put the crafting pattern back in here. I don't have any room for that cobble, but I think I do for the slate. Yep. Alright. What do I want to do now? Let's talk about there's a lot of things to do for the future. I have not fought the Gaia Guardian yet, which means I need to fight a Wither boss first. Those are things that are coming up. Might even get to fighting a Wither boss next weekend. That might be something we do next weekend. When we fight the Wither boss, it's to make a beacon so that we can make the Gaia Guardian arena. I don't know where I'm going to put that yet. Do we have a decent space so I won't have to do a lot of digging back here? Hi. It could work. There's a decent space here that I wouldn't require a whole lot of digging out to make the arena. What's this way? More gravel. Okay. And then going downward, we probably will do downward stuff. And then I haven't ever been up that little crack up there. Collect this coal. It's just a dead end. Yay! Saw more back here. Alright. All the coal, right? What is down here? Have I been here? Looks like I have. I just haven't lit it up well. Well, I haven't been everywhere because it's... There's cave there and there's cave there that I've not been in. Alright. And then I know I saw more... Yep. We need all the coal we can get to get the earth runes started. I'm gonna hopefully figure out how to keep a smaller stockpile of runes. I don't need a huge stockpile of runes. Okay, so where did we come from? Up here, I think. Yep. So there's that to consider. I think the gyms did something like that, so we'll just... I'll find his episodes that he did that in and learn how he did it. 3 stacks. Woohoo! That gives us a whole whopping 3 stacks of blocks. Can you do coal? Ah, that is definitely an option, and certainly less frustrating than trying to get it with the orchid, because the orchid's really expensive compared to this. This is cheaper than to get, so I might do the conjuration catalyst then. Okay, good to know. Good to know. We're starting though. I'm gonna work on mana pool, and we'll do uses. So we'll want to do this. Rotten flesh to leather. Let's see. We may, I don't know, but if we're really running short on seeds, we may want to convert seeds to regular seeds. That would take quite a bit. We'll want to do this one, the poisonous potato to potato. We're likely going to be doing the other direction, flint to this one, flint to gunpowder. We could set up one of these if we wanted to, instead of having a spider farm, which we have an AFK spider farm. To get string, we could do this instead. We'll want to do this. Cactus to slime balls. Because if when we have a slime farm and we use the Narslimus, it won't drop anything. We're already doing that. We'll likely not need to be doing these. Just trying to see if there's any other ones that we're definitely going to want to set up. This might... Now, there's options. For the quartz, we can set up the orchid infernum in the nether. Since we already have a chunk loader in the nether, we could just set up a room that does the orchid infernum that generates nether ores, which the only nether ore that's available is quartz. So it'd be a quartz generator. We could do that. This might be cheaper than trying to set up a snow farm, because I don't want to do AFK snow farm. Because I'm going to need snow blocks for the winter rune. And we can make snow with the pure daisy, but we don't have a way of picking up the snow block as a block. So the pure daisy is 0 mana, so maybe we'll just do that with a bore lens. This might be smart with gravel. This is not, if you guys are gonna, if you try to do this for the, what is the one that eats leaves? You could do a weight lens, you're right. I think you can do a weight lens. This is not mana positive. If you were to try to dupe leaves and then have the munch do break the leaves. Yeah, thank you. That's not mana positive. This will be setting up, getting grass. We already have this set up. We'll need to set this up. There's a bunch of these that we'll have to do. That one we'll need to do. And we're doing sugar. Oh my goodness, you can do floral powder instead of sugar? Is that something that I've just never realized? Because we can craft the petals that we've got into powder. So we wouldn't have to do sugar. Well, we already have sugar set up. For now. If it becomes a deficit, I might switch it to one of the petal flowers. I did not realize. This will need to set up. Have pasture seeds. Hi, Darkwing! We'll need to set up for mana quartz and mana glass. I don't think we need mana infused string. We're going to need to set it up for one of the autumnal leaves because we need it for the autumn rune. I think I have the red ones. You've missed my streams? That's sweet. I've actually missed streaming, but it just comes so hard sometimes. Make the colored runes, so that's something we don't need. No way! You can make overgrowth seeds. That has to be added from... It requires a notch apple, which you can't craft. So you still have to get these from loot, and it takes half a mana pool. But that's still cool. I want overgrowth seeds so bad. Oh, it'd be so much nicer to have those where all of my generating flowers are, so that they produce a lot more mana that way. I don't think I have a single notch apple. But that's awesome. And then we'll need to do this tiny potato into the next potato, into the next potato, blah, blah, blah. I don't think we need any prismarine stuff. True, I can do the lunium for the notch apple, and I'll be setting up the notch apple. Which potato? This potato's got my atlas, and now my pick. So this is my antique atlas. And this guy's got a living wood bow. I don't think he has anything. So yeah. Excuse me. God, I wish I had looked harder and saw that I could have done petals. The petal powder into... How's this doing? Oh, it's doing pretty good. It's almost full. I bet it's to this one. Yep. So it will turn off soon. Like another stack and it'll be done. It'll stop. And then we can turn this one on. This one holds more because it's higher up. Yep. So much crafting to set up now, guys. That's what our progression is. We got crafting to do. We have mobs to fight, boss mobs to fight. I don't have gunpowder, Darkwing. Nope. My gunpowder is reserved for fire runes, and I've got to do a flint into gunpowder farm to do that, and I haven't set that up yet. There's so many things to do. So many things. But let's go take a look. We set up that mushroom farm about an hour ago. The simple spread farm. We had 11 when we looked last. We have still 11. See how fast that is? We do have a couple here. Creeper only farm is possible. I don't really want to do that. I can definitely do a creeper only farm in 112. So we definitely need to make another mushroom tunnel. Growth speed isn't affected on what it's growing on. Growth spread, whatever, I'm pretty sure isn't affected. I didn't expect this to be fast, which is why I'm going to do multiple rows of at least 2 to get going, and then I'm going to make a whole bunch of farming of the tall ones. I need to make this pretty now that I have it functional. But yeah. And this is still going. Must have harvested recently. I am really thinking about switching over to petals though. I wonder how many mortar and pestle I would need to keep. Probably 2. Had to keep in here so that they keep rotating up. And then swap that out for one of the petals. I wonder which flowers used the least. That's the one that would be most optimal to convert into petal powder and actually make that into mana powder. Sugar is useful because we need fermented spider eyes, so I wouldn't tear this down. We need it for fermented spider eyes. We would just set up another one of these with whatever floral powder and then change that one up there to the floral powder. Because we already have a flower farm. We already have it turning it into petals. So the next step is to take the petal and turn it into the powder. And for cake, you're right, and for cake. So this is not wasted. Setting up the sugarcane farm, setting up the sugar production, not wasted. But yeah, I wonder if there's a way to figure out which flower is used the least. I'm gonna take a stab at it and say it is either the pink one or the black one. So let's see here. If we do pink petals and we do uses, the petal apothecary, we're going to need it for Rose Arcanas. And that's it. The black ones I know we need for Narslimus. black. Boy. Can barely see uses of that. Oh, we need it for the Rafflesia too, so that is out. Because we need it for 2 of the generating flowers. So far pink. Let's see. Let's think about this some more. We're thinking generating flowers because functional flowers I'm not as concerned about. White, maybe. White, maybe. You're right. We need it for the Entropinium. The Spectralist, no. We can't use it for that. Chimeras, no, it needs it for 3 generating flowers, so that would be a no for white. Yellow. So far it's still pink, because pink is just for the Rosa Arcana. Uses of you. Gormarillus. Oh, there's 5. A lot of functional flowers, but the Gormarillus is the one. So we've got pink or yellow. Let me write these down. Pink or yellow, because they're only used in 1 generating flower. Orange is used a lot. Purple I think is used a lot. Is magenta? Is that one used a lot? Just in the Shulk Me Not. And it's gonna take us a long time before we get to the Shulk Me Not. Alright. White, no. Orange, no. Magenta, maybe. Light blue, no. Yellow, maybe. Lime. I know it's used in the Narslimus. Pink, maybe. Gray. Might be the Entropinium. Yeah, Entropinium. Angleberry, huh? What is light blue for? Maybe because I have it mixed up with cyan. I think we found it. These are all functional flowers. These 2 I won't even ever make, probably. I have no clue what this one is. And I already have 1 of these and they don't die, so I don't need... Wait, I can make 1 of these. Alright, I think you found it. Light blue. Light blue's the winner. Light blue. So, we'll make another one of these for light blue powder. Turn it into mana powder. Woohoo! Okay, let's do that. Alright, let's grab what we need. Dropper, some corporeal sparks, 2 item frames, comparator, redstone torch, a repeater, redstone, a couple pieces of living rock, funnel, chest, a hopper. Okay, so we're going to need to set this up similarly to the way we have the flower crafting downstairs. But in the end, it will end up like that and that. Crafty crate. That. And is there a crafting one that is a 2? Yep. There's 2x1 or 1x2. Either one of these will work. Probably craft that one. Alright. And what we'll do is we'll have... Oh, I need to make another funnel. We'll put the pestle and mortar in here, probably 2 of them, and we need to have 2 hoppers feeding into the crafty crate with funnels on top. Yep. Okay. Slightly different because I just realized that it needed more than 1 item. Hermes! Knock it off. Quit knocking things down. Okay. I mean, we could use red string containers instead of hoppers. We're gonna need another funnel. We're gonna need... Alright. And if I do 1 there and 1 there. Oops. Need to make sure you're pointing the direction you need to be pointing. Oh, this doesn't count as an inventory. Okay, so we need to get hopper. And that. They go the other way, don't they? Okay. And then you'll put these on top of that. And we need more space, but then we'll have metal, pestle and mortar, light blue petal. And they'll just go in there. And we'll do an hourglass out there. How far out we're gonna need to go for this? Here. Because we need to go up to there. Alright, it's time to feed the cats. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. Let's get this continued. All right. Maybe up there. Oh, it's just too far for me to jump, apparently. I know that we're gonna need that, and then there'll be a block with there's the repeater. It's going there. Give me just a minute and I'll give you some light. Alright. These are gonna need Corporea sparks and the repeater go here, and I need to add a little bit more distance. There. Might shorten this a bit. It looks like it would make a whole bunch. Alright. So there to there. To there. There. Guess mana powder, it's not a big deal to have a lot of. Make sure it's all that. That goes down to there, which we're gonna put the supplies in. Do you? So we need a hourglass. We need a crafty pattern for that. I have the mana glass. Yep. I do need to fetch the... I think it's only one. Did I spell it wrong? What? Oh, look what's missing. No, it's there. Oh, I know why. Because it's 2 Manasteel ingots. There we go. Hourglass. Apparently I only needed 1. Do I have bowls? And if I do, so we need pestle and mortar to 2 of those. And then we also need 1 light blue petal, 1 mystical light blue petal. There we go. And we're going to put 1 there. And 1 there. Do I have a Corporea spark on there? It looks like there might be 1 there. Yep, there is. So we should be able to just put the hourglass up there. Oh, we need to do the crafting pattern. What do I need for that? This one. There we go. 1 by 2. Alright, so let's hop up there. And right here is where we want the hourglass. And let's cross our fingers and hope it works. Check it out! Woo! It works. Now, take you. Take you out. Put you in. Woohoo! So now this is all running. Feels good. So we're going to do the light blue floral powder. We're going to let it build up the amount that it needs to turn off, which is going to be a lot. And then we'll be able to turn this one on. It's turned off right now. If you guys missed that step, I don't have a torch on the back of that block. There's no torch up there, so the clock isn't running. This one, the clock isn't running because all of the steps are lit up. So, woo, let me out of here. There we go. All right. Oh, so happy. So we have sugar, light blue powder that's going to become mana powder because it's not used in any of the generating flowers. So that's good. Every 10 seconds it'll make one. So it's not a super fast process by any means. I'm wondering if I can speed it up. Maybe do every 5 seconds. Because I need to be able to have it so that the hopper is putting the pestle back in here before it needs to be requested again. This should be fine. I don't foresee an issue at this point, so that should be fine. Alright, again, for the mushroom, or for the earth rune, we have stone. We have mushrooms being made now. They're extremely slow, so we need to work on that, making a larger farm or something. Coal. We know we can dupe coal now, so we can set that up. And we now have mana powder. We just need to turn it on. and Manasteel. So once we have everything we need automated for making the earth rune, we'll be able to go over to the area where I'm going to be making runes and automating our first rune. That'll be so exciting. So over here, this isn't the path I'll be taking, but over here is where the runes are going to be made. So I will need to get mana over here. I can do that between streams at some point. And I already have my first runic altar made. This will be for the earth rune. I will likely have a chest here with a hopper hawk on it to pick up the runes. So, trying to figure out, I think I might come from the ceiling up here with luminizers. So way up there in the walls or in the ceiling area will be where I have the request happen, and then have it rain down from the sky onto the runic altar. I'm still unsure about that, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what I come up with. But there's room for all 16 runes here, with the runic altar sitting in front of the chest that'll have the rune on it. And yeah, I have this big open space. That's okay with me. Probably where the luminizers will be taking up space. Who knows? I don't know. But yep. And we have all this space here with stuff. Oh, there's a creeper there. You see him hiding? There we go. Got him. So, did it drop any gunpowder that I could have? No, of course it didn't. Oh well. Alright. Well, folks, that is going to be it for me today. This stream has been very productive. Got a lot of things done. Showed you a lot of things. I might be here tomorrow. It depends on when Edward gets home from his weekend trip. If I am here, I think we'll continue working on the mana crafting, and we'll get the coal duplication going. So it'll go over here on this side because it needs mana and a conjuration catalyst, and we'll dupe coal over here. And then once that's set up, we should be able to figure out doing the rune automation, which, if I'm correct, it'll be very much like flower generation. So, yep. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching me play some Floramancer with today. I will be back with you next time with even more Floramancer. So, see you back then. Take care, folks. Bye!